Hello and welcome to Austin, Texas, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And today, Darrell K. Royal Stadium is packed and revved up, ready to make noise for the Texas Longhorns. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the second-ranked team, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Longhorns will kick this away to get us going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got the returner corralled. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's running out of time here. Using his legs on the scramble. In the clear at the 25. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
There's the handoff. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gomez. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yard.
He grabs it inside the 20, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score in the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. keeping it on the ground here. And the one moves the ball over the 33.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch made on the left side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback dropping back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. Longhorns looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility, what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Longhorns pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the marker.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the back now goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. The first down brought down to the 31. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Breaking tackles. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Quick throw, the catch is made. Touchdown, Texas. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Bringing pressure. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs. The defense comes down with it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Fernandez. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Longhorns are in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. He throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option and actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down.
With the score tied 7-7.
Great job of the defense pushing him back on 1st down. Here's the option play. Will he score here? He takes it into the end zone. Let's check and see what that marker is about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. You get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. The quarterback keeps it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Knocks this one right through.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Texas.
Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
And the Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Oregon offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Short pass finds the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that 1st down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Quick throw over the middle. And he's got his man open downfield. Big gain across midfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, he's changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
On first down, it's play action. Throws to the tight end. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so it'll start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession is settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short game.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made over the middle. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looking to throw yet again. And this pass is caught. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Here's a 1st and 10 play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
off those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Handoff from the shotgun. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
And the point after is good. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. He's looking deep here. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense cannot be stopped.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Extra point makes the lead 4.
That makes the score Oregon 21, Texas 17.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Texas offense comes back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You've got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. The defense with more pre-snap movement. The shotgun running play call. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The Clock is still running off the hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They've got a chance here, enough time to try to add some points before halftime. The pass rush closing in. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. Gets some space around the 30. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. First down, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. And they've got him, a sack on the final play of the first half. Good momentum to this defense heading to the break. No press here, the defense backing away. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Oregon, 21, Texas, 17.
The Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And that ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Incompletion makes it second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. Longhorns come to the line to run the hurry-up. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Texas. And they go in front here in the second half. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them up 3. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Texas.
Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Ducks offense retakes the field. It's a run to the left. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important 2nd down play coming up. Single back, takes the handoff. He shreds the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pulls it in. It's Gomez. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? And bulldozing his way through. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Went after, up and good. Fair catch made at the 15-yard line. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Now here comes the bunch formation. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That play was perfectly defended. Sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a wall, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Finding some room at the 25. No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns.
And that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Point after, knocked right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
And the Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
It's a run. Running back's got it. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Send the back in motion. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
A quick throw out left, complete. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Looking to chuck it again. Running out of time in the pocket. Receiver makes the catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. Defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that completion. The linebacker shifting around now. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He fires this throw and is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. He's at the 50. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Anytime you see a defense sit back in cover two, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Longhorns looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Trap him and sack him back at the 10.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 31, Oregon 28.
They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a third and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pressure is coming. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. This one is right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Texas.
And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Oregon offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Short connection to the tight end here. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Fights through the tackler. They've got him down out near the 40.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Good enough for first down yardage. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And the Ducks will try to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake on first down. A short completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Snags a quick throw. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. We give the defense all the credit, recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on down.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Texas.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
Now to try here for the extra point. He knocked through the PAT. It's now a 13-point lead during the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's got it inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. That powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Makes makes the catch downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. That's an important score. We've got a one-possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's a shotgun run call. And they bring them down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Third down and inches. Who is going to win this battle in the trenches? They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, give the defense all the credit here on this third down play. They got after that quarterback in a hurry. The RPO game, quarterback decides to keep it. And how about the pursuit of that defense? Now we'll see what they decide to do on fourth down.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's past the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. An explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Down here for this offense. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Receiver makes the grab. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory. High completion makes it second and medium. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the Salk were able to bring him down quickly. Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here, it would be 62 yards. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Fourth down now, and defensively, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
Empty backfield now. They go for two. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the catch made in the end zone for the two-point conversion.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. The QB throws his third pick of the day. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.